Hello and welcome to News Tonight. I am Vishal Dahiya. Let's take a look at the headlines first. Ahead of the Union Budget, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley hints at lower levels of taxation, underscores need for a tax-friendly administration. India successfully test-fires nuclear-capable missile Agni 5, indigenously produced. It has a capability of striking targets over 5,000 kilometers away. Patiala House Court grants bails to former Indian Air Force Chief SP Tyagi asks him not to leave country after depositing 2 lakh rupees as personal bond. And Russia orders probe into the crash of military plane headed for Syria, rules out terror as a reason after reporting that all 92 people on board are dead. Now the news in detail. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley today pitched lower tax rates for better economic health. He stressed that the extraordinarily high taxation rates in the past have led to higher tax evasions. He also cautioned that payment of legitimate taxes is part of a citizen's duty and non-payment will invite severe consequences.
A little over a month before Budget 2017, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has hinted at lower levels of taxation. Addressing officers at the inauguration of professional training of the 68th batch of Internal Revenue Service officers, Jaitley underscored the need to move to a tax-friendly environment and administration.
That what you need is a broader base of economy for which you need a lower level of taxation. You need to manufacture products and provide services which are more competitive in character. And therefore your taxes will have to be globally compatible.
In a country of more than 125 crore people, just about 3.5 crore are in the income tax net. The Tax Administration Reform Commission has pointed out that only 3.3% of the population pays tax in India, compared to 39% in Singapore, 46% in US and 75% in New Zealand. The government collected 6,96,200 crore rupees in revenue under direct taxes in 2014-15, about 14% short of the projected target of 7,05,000 crore rupees. Experts also believe that the government must find ways to double income tax payers and broaden the tax net.
जब आप टैक्सेस कम करते हैं तो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग आते हैं. उस आने का फ़ायदा ये होगा कि आपका टैक्स बेस बढ़ेगा. ये तभी पॉसिबल है जब रेट को आप सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे. सिंप्लीफिकेशन के लिए आपको रेट कम करने पड़ेंगे, थ्रेशोल्ड बढ़ानी पड़ेगी. एंड विद डिजिटलाइजेशन, डिमोनेटाइजेशन, इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट यू शुड गिव सम काइंड ऑफ करेजमेंट, इनकरेज and some benefit to the Aam Admi. They should come forward and pay the taxes.
The Union Budget 2017-18 will be presented on February 1st. Income tax levels are widely expected to come down after the government's decision to demonetize high-value currency notes. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
With just 4 days left before the 30th December deadline for the note ban move is over, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has scheduled a meeting with economists tomorrow to take stock of the economy. With the theme Economic Policy Reform Road Ahead, he is also expected to discuss ways to speed up growth. 15 invitees are expected to make their presentations to the Prime Minister. The meeting assumes significance in view of various multilateral agencies and RBI lowering growth forecast for the current fiscal. Economists have raised concerns that demonetization will pull down GDP growth rate for this fiscal by up to 2 percentage points. The Prime Minister will also take stock of various initiatives of Niti Aayog to promote digital economy like Lucky Grahak Yojana and Digi Dhan Vyapar Yojana to incentivize digital payments. The deadline for depositing old notes is nearly here, but there is little relief for the common man as queues continue outside banks and ATMs. However, perhaps the worst affected lot is farmers who are unable to sell their produce due to demonetization. The lack of enough currency is forcing farmers to sell at whatever price they are offered, and sometimes that is just not enough.
Farmers thronging the Azadpur Mandi in Delhi. One of them is Wazir, who has come from Sonipat that's been badly affected by the demonetization move. Even after 48 days of the exercise, Wazir is still struggling to get break-even prices for his crops and is already under a huge debt. He says selling prices have come down considerably, affecting his business badly.
जैसे यहाँ पहले पल्ला बिकता था 200 रुपये का, 300 का शुरू में तो 400-500 तक भी बिकता था, लेकिन अब तो 50 रुपया बिक रहा है, 40 रुपये का। हमारे ये मानो कि कोई बचत नहीं है इस टाइम पे, बिल्कुल बराबर। खेत में जो लागत लगाई है उसका नुकसान है 20-25 हज़ार रुपये एकड़ का, प्रति एकड़ का।
With a big dip in the number of customers and prices falling nearly 70%, farmers have no other option but to sell their produce at rock-bottom prices. From sowing crops to transporting them to the market needs thousands of rupees in investment, but what the farmers are getting in return is far too little.
ये नोटबंदी के उससे तो बहुत ख़राब हुआ है, मजदूरों को पैसा नहीं दे पा रहे हैं और ट्रैक्टर वगैरह में तेल डलवाने के लिए बहुत दिक्कत है, बैंकों से पैसे नहीं निकल पा रहे। बैंक वाले जा रहे हैं तो कह रहे हैं जी अभी है नहीं, स्टॉक ख़त्म है। तेल वाले पेट्रोल पंप पे उधार ले लेके तेल डलवा रहे हैं जी।
आजकल बैंकों में वहाँ पे जाते हैं, लाइनों में लगते हैं, तब उनके पास पैसे मिले तभी तो वे आके माल खरीदेंगे हमारे से। उनके पास कैश होगा तभी माल लेंगे वे, उनके पास कैश नहीं होगा तो माल नहीं लेंगे वे। अब जिसके पास कैश होगा तो हम भी क्या करेंगे, उसको 100 रुपये की चीज़ होगी तो उसको 50 का बेचना पड़ेगा, और उसको हम 50 का नहीं बेचेंगे तो हमारा माल तो अगले दिन खराब हो जाएगा सारा।
Since their produce doesn't have a long shelf life, selling it at a loss is the only option left for the poor farmers. Anu Diwan's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
India today successfully tested its indigenously developed nuclear-capable missile Agni 5 from Odisha coast. The missile has been designed and developed by DRDO scientists under the Integrated Guided Missile Program.
Around 11:05 a.m. on Monday, India successfully test-fired its long-range ballistic missile Agni 5 from Wheeler Island off the Odisha coast. The test launch was made from the Mobile Launcher Complex 4 of the Integrated Test Range. Agni 5 has the capacity to strike targets anywhere in Asia and parts of Africa and Europe.
कि अब इम्प्रूवमेंट इतनी अच्छी कर दी है तो अग्नि 5 का मतलब है कि ये एक स्ट्रेटेजिक मिसाइल है जो कि दुश्मन के किसी भी टारगेट को 5000 किलोमीटर से एक्सटेंड हो गई, अब 5800 6000 किलोमीटर, और कहते हैं 8000 तक हो सकती है। मतलब चाइना का कोई भी टारगेट है उसके ऊपर ये हमला कर सकती है। इसका जो वॉरहेड है 1000 किलोग्राम का होता है, चाहे न्यूक्लियर हो चाहे कन्वेंशनल हो।
Agni 5 is capable of striking targets more than 5,000 kilometers away. Agni 5 is about 17 meters long, 2 meters wide and has a launch weight of around 50 tons. It can carry a nuclear warhead of more than 1 ton and also have most advanced new technologies incorporated in terms of navigation and guidance, warhead and engine.
It can go between the continents, which is beyond 4 to 5,000 kilometers. So it can strike anywhere where you want it to be. And other thing is that it carries the nuclear warhead. It can carry the nuclear warhead. So it acts as a deterrent to other countries to do any military action against us, because then they know that they are in the range of this missile, so we can take any action against them.
Agni 5 is the final missile of the Agni series. The missile was earlier tested in 2012, 2013 and 2015. With inputs from Leena Sharma and Aruna Thakur, Bureau Report for Rajya Sabha TV.
In the AgustaWestland chopper case, the Patiala House Court bench on Monday granted bail to former Indian Air Force Chief SP Tyagi, who was arrested. SP Tyagi was imposed several conditions for the bail. The court asked Tyagi to deposit a personal bond of 2 lakh rupees. It told him not to leave the country, and the court said he was not supposed to get in touch with the witnesses. The CBI arrested Tyagi, his cousin Sanjeev Tyagi and Delhi-based lawyer Gautam Khaitan on December 9th. They were sent to judicial custody till 30th December. The court set 4th of January to pronounce its order on the bail petitions of Sanjeev Tyagi and Gautam Khaitan. Tyagi is accused of facilitating bribes in a 3,727 crore rupees deal aimed at buying AgustaWestland choppers for government dignitaries. Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi on Monday took a dig at the government while he addressed a public gathering in Baran district of Rajasthan. Escalating the attack on Prime Minister Modi over the note ban issue, Rahul accused him of firebombing the poor of this nation. This is his second visit to the state for this year.
Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi on Monday targeted the demonetization move. Addressing a public rally in Rajasthan, he accused Prime Minister Narendra Modi of exploiting the poor and the farmers.
आप मुझे एक उदाहरण दीजिए, नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने और वसुंधरा राजे जी ने गरीबों के लिए एक काम किया हो तो मुझे बता दो। हर रोज हिंदुस्तान में हर रोज किसान आत्महत्या कर रहा है। यहां राजस्थान में 60 किसानों ने आत्महत्या की है। 3 चीजें मांगी थी, एक चीज नहीं दी।
Rahul told the gathering that the note ban exercise was anti-people, that specialized in taking money away from the poor to benefit the rich.
नरेंद्र मोदी जी का ये जो निर्णय था, नोटबंदी का जो निर्णय था, ये ना काले धन के खिलाफ था, ना भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ था। ये हिंदुस्तान के गरीब लोगों के खिलाफ था, हिंदुस्तान के किसानों के खिलाफ था, हिंदुस्तानों के मजदूरों के खिलाफ था, हिंदुस्तानों के मिडिल क्लास के खिलाफ था। और यहाँ जो हमारी बहनें बैठी है, हमारी जो माताएं बैठी है, इनके खिलाफ एक निर्णय था।
Rahul's speech tried to draw the focus on rural areas, especially the tribals, while recalling the work done by the UPA government. The Congress Vice President's visit to the state comes as part of the party's nationwide campaign against the government's decisions, including demonetization. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Let's take a short break here, and after the break, we'll bring you some more national and international news.
Hello and welcome to India's World.
I think there is a decisive turn in relation to the American policy towards globalization.
China perhaps cannot take for granted that the contours of the one China policy will continue as it is.
Trump and others are hyping up the Islamic threat to the United States. I'm not talking about the Islamic threat to the region.
Watch experts debate what Trump's cabinet means for the world in India's World, only on Rajya Sabha television.
From cowries to metal pieces, Indian currency has seen many changes. The earliest punch-marked coins came from Gandhar. The East India Company at the turn of the 19th century also minted its own coins. The Indo-Greek coins come from a colony left behind by Alexander. They depict the golden rule of the Guptas, with embossed human portraits and matrimonial alliances like Chandragupta Maurya's wedding with Seleucus I Nicator's daughter.
Welcome back. The Kerala government has decided not to allow the Bhumata Brigade Chief Trupti Desai into the Lord Ayyappa Temple in Sabrimala, as the activists plan to lead 100-odd women to the temple. The temple has restrictions on the entry of women between 10 and 50 years of age into the temple. The Sabrimala temple comes under the administration of Travancore Devaswam Board. The current government stand comes a month after it filed an affidavit in the Supreme Court informing that it favored the entry of women of all age groups in the Sabrimala temple. Trupti Desai had recently stated that she would be visiting the temple next month with 100-odd activists, and there was no change in her plans. Desai had earlier campaigned for the entry of women at various other temples, including the Haji Ali Dargah in Mumbai. Pakistan has released 220 Indian fishermen as a goodwill gesture on Sunday. The gesture comes amid strain in relations between the two sides. The 222 fishermen released from Malir jail in Karachi were arrested for allegedly entering Pakistan's territorial waters illegally and fishing there. Last week, the Pakistan Fishermen Forum claimed that Indian maritime authorities had picked up dozens of Pakistani fishermen from inside Pakistan's territorial waters near the Gujarat coastline and then took them away, though the government has not responded to these claims so far.
समुद्र में काम कर रहे थे और पाकिस्तानी इलाकों से हम लोग मछली पकड़ने गए थे, उधर से पकड़े गए थे और हम लोग उधर से पकड़े गए, हमको लांडी जेल में आके डाला पाकिस्तान। और अभी हम लोग को 15 महीना हो चुका है। 15 महीने के बाद अब हम लोग घर जा रहे और हम और भी कैदी जो पड़े हुए हैं, जो अभी प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं कि हमको भी सरकार जल्दी छुड़ाए।
समुद्र में पकड़ा गया था, यहाँ कोई पता नहीं था, बोर्ड नहीं आता कि पाकिस्तान का दरिया है, को पाकिस्तान का दरिया है। हमें तो धंधा करने के लिए पकड़ लेते हैं हम लोग को, પછી पकड़ लेते तो आज 15 महीना हो गया हमारे।
Let's now take a look at some more news and updates from across the country in Nationwide. A Delhi court on Monday dismissed BJP leader Subramanian Swamy's plea seeking certain documents related to the National Herald case filed by him against Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi and others. The court, however, gave him the last opportunity to submit a list of complainant witnesses. The court will now hear the matter on 10th of February. Actor turned politician Mithun Chakravarti resigned today from the upper house citing health reasons. He wrote to Rajya Sabha chairman Mohammad Hamid Ansari stating his health condition as the main cause for not being present in the house and that is why he is relinquishing his seat. Chakravarti was elected by the Trinamool Congress in April 2014. Indian priest Uzunail was abducted from Yemen this year, appealed to Pope Francis and the central government threw up purported videos to secure his release from the captors. The centre responded saying they are in regular touch with the Yemeni authorities and Saudi Arabia regarding the safe release of the priest. However, the veracity of the video could not be ascertained. Leh region froze at minus 13.9 degrees Celsius as most parts of Jammu and Kashmir recorded sub-zero temperatures amid cold weather conditions. The night temperature across Kashmir division dipped by several degrees as the cold wave tightened its grip. Mercury in the national capital also scaled up to settle at 22.8 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was recorded at 9.8 degrees Celsius, both 2 notches above the season's average. A probe has been ordered into the crash of a Russian military plane that was headed to Syria. However, Kremlin has ruled out terrorism as the possible reason. The plane disappeared from radar 2 minutes after taking off from Sochi's Adler airport, where it has landed for refueling. All 92 on board are believed to be dead. Russian Defense Ministry today said divers have lifted 2 parts of the crashed plane.
Самые искренние соболезнования семьям наших граждан, погибших в результате авиационной катастрофы над Черным морем сегодня утром.
A day of national mourning in Russia after a military plane en route to Syria with 92 people on board crashed into the Black Sea. A huge search operation is continuing round the clock near Sochi with some 3,500 people on ships, jets, helicopters and submersibles being involved.
В сутки было обнаружено 11 тел и 154 фрагментов. Группировка сил поисково-спасательного обеспечения в районе авиакатастрофы продолжает наращиваться. Поисково-спасательные работы проводятся в 3 смены. Группировка привлекаемых сил увеличена до 3,500 человек.
The military Tupolev Tu-154 plane took off from Moscow and was headed to a Russian airbase in Latakia, Syria. It was carrying members of the army's official choir for a concert ahead of New Year's Eve. The plane disappeared from radar on Sunday morning, local time, after taking off from the Adler airport where it had halted for refueling.
Мы всей семьей скорбим и плачем. И пришли всей семьей. Так что пусть Господь упокоит души всех.
No major weather patterns were present at the time of the plane's disappearance. While an investigation has been launched to look at the cause of the accident, Russian government has ruled out terrorism. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Now let's take a look at some more international news in Global Bus. A major 7.6 magnitude earthquake jolted southern Chile on Sunday, prompting thousands to evacuate coastal areas. Although no major damage was reported, but the quake left nearly 21,000 homes without power. Officials issued a tsunami warning before downgrading it to a tsunami watch. Powerful typhoon Nok 10 continued to batter the Philippines as it headed towards its heavily populated capital, Manila. The storm, which was weakened since making landfall on the eastern coast on Sunday, is due to hit the city later on Monday. Civil defense officials have been put on high alert. 3 people have been killed due to the storm so far. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has summoned the US ambassador to Israel over a resolution condemning sentiments on Palestinian territories. Netanyahu said that Washington had conspired with the Palestinians to push for the resolution's adoption. Earlier, envoys of all other UN Security Council members were asked to appear before Israel's foreign ministry following the United Nations vote. Let's take a short break here.
Kaziranga National Park, a World Heritage Site. 430 square kilometer area sprinkled with elephant grass meadows, swampy lagoons and dense forests is home to more than 2,200 Indian one-horn rhinoceros, approximately 2/3 of their total world population. The park is also the breeding ground of elephants, wild water buffaloes and swamp deer. Over the time, the tiger population has also increased in Kaziranga.
That clock ticked through the night. So much happened as you slept. So much you missed.
Wake up to a complete roundup of news from India and abroad. Politics, strategy, business, sports. Keen analysis to kickstart your day. Watch Breakfast News weekdays at 8 a.m. on Rajya Sabha Television.
Welcome back. Let's now take some look at sports news in the Sports Beat. International Athletics Federation President Sebastian Coe on Sunday said that India had the capability to host big-ticket track and field events and hoped to see the prestigious Diamond League meeting being held in the country in near future. Coe was in India early this year. He said athletics events of the 2010 Delhi Commonwealth Games were a huge success and showed the country can host big international meets. Azhar Ali's unbeaten 66 helped Pakistan reach 142 for the loss of 4 wickets against Australia on a rain-affected first day of the Boxing Day test in Melbourne. Jackson Bird picked up 2 wickets as Australia got wickets at regular intervals. Australia now leads the 3-test series at 1-0, having beaten Pakistan by 39 runs in the opener at Gabba. Walsall's forward Julian Drexler has agreed to join Paris Saint-Germain on a 4-year contract. The 23-year-old, who was also linked with Arsenal, will make the move for a reported fee of 42 million euros. He had joined the German club from their league rivals, Schalke, in 2015. Singer George Michael passed away on Sunday at the age of 53. The star, who launched his career with Wham in the 1980s and continued his success as a solo performer, is said to have passed away peacefully at home in Oxfordshire. Celebrities across the world expressed shock and sadness at the news of his death. We leave you with these visuals.
Guess it's tough. I guess I'm older. Everything must change. And all this cruelty and money instead of love. People have we no shame. They may chase me to the ends of the earth.
I just love him. His music is so mellow and he's just fabulous.
I was shocked that it's 53 years old only, and you know, it's yeah, it was my favorite singer.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I think I'm through. I think I'm through. I think guess it's tough. I guess I'm older.